I missed y'all on the YouTube, period. Hold on. Let me grab my glasses because it's about the swag. It's about the drip, hun. You know, it's about the drip. Y'all know what's going on. But anyways, okay, maybe I don't want to wear these. Should I wear them or should I not? You guys, I'm reporting live from Houston. Boop, 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 boop. Anyways, all you guys, I was on Instagram today and I said, what do you guys want to hear about? Because it's been a minute and I got plenty of time to vlog because I don't really know nobody here. So that means it's time for more content. Well, I was going to give you guys content anyways. But yeah, now I just needed some ideas while I sit here all lonesome. And I know you guys are about to be like, girl, where your nails at? Like, girl, where your nails at? And oh Lord, I'm sorry, I was checking you guys' messages. Y'all be getting on my head. You guys be like, where's the monthly content ideas? Where's the this? Where's the that? Like, your girl been busy, but I'm working on it. Give me some time. Next month I'm gonna come with everything on top of it. Well, everything that I usually come with, you know. But anyways, I took off my nails because they kept breaking while I was moving, and then I just haven't felt like getting them done. Not that I don't want them done, but I haven't felt like, you know, like potentially going to a new salon and not liking it. So I've been trying to do my research and take my time. But you guys, a couple of you guys were like, okay, let's talk about this move, leaving family and friends, new environment. You guys was like, tell us how you're enjoying Houston, why you moved. You guys are like, how's it going in Houston? Are you dating? You guys just have all the questions. So let's get into it. So I first want to just talk about why I moved, okay? So here's a backstory, and you know, sis is a crier, so if I start crying, like, just roll with it. Be like, we love you, darling, because you know I need the love. I went to Houston for the first time in I believe it was 2016, maybe it was 2017, with a couple of my friends. And when I went there, I just felt really good. I felt really whole. I felt really complete. I felt like me and who I was enough, right? I felt like I didn't need to code switch. I felt like, you know, like my body was accepted. And I don't even mean like, you know, like getting attention from males. I just meant like how I was myself. Like nobody was looking like, ooh, she got a big booty, or ooh, like, girl, you need to be, you ain't snap, you know, just like all the fucking projections that people will like place onto you. I know that can happen anywhere, but I'm just saying, like, when I touched down in Houston, it was just like who I am. Felt like I was enough, and I felt like I was at home. Like, it was really great being around girls that had like the same vernacular as me. It was really good, like, just seeing a bunch of black people, not feeling like, oh my god, these white people are gonna be looking at me like I don't belong here. So yeah, if you follow me, I assume that you guys know that I'm born and raised in Seattle, Washington. Don't get me wrong, I love my damn city, but over time it has become really gentrified, and those are like some of the things that I was dealing with as I was growing up. You know, excuse me, like, or even just feel like my skin color is like not accepted. Like, I've grown to like love my chocolate skin, honey, but you know, people in Seattle be like, it just be a lot of colorism, they'll just say that. So yeah, let me not ramble too much. So I felt really good. I felt like I belonged there, and I was like, I just spent the weekend there. I was like, I'm going to live here one day. Like, this is my goal, one 5-year goal, okay? Yeah, I think I said 5-year. I might have said 10-year goal. But anyway, so as time went along, I kind of talked to my dad about it. As you guys know, I'm daddy's girl, super close to my dad, and so I was never gonna just leave him anyway. So I was trying to convince him to want to move with me. And I was just telling him, you know, like, dad is 5 hours away from Louisiana because he's from Baton Rouge. So I was like, dad is 5 hours away from Louisiana. Like, we could drive there. Like, you'll like it, blah, blah, blah. The cost of living's good. We could get like a nice house. Like, I was laying it on thick. So then fast forward to what was it? I want to say 2019. My dad's last living brother passed away. And like literally as my dad's brother was taking his last breath, my uncle, rest in peace, Uncle Norman, he was like, baby girl, you ready to go to Houston? And I was like, yes, like, it's time for us to go. Because it just felt like, you know, Seattle had kind of ran its course. Like, everything and everybody that was super important to him was like leaving, you know, transitioning, with the exception of, you know, his kids and stuff. But it just was like, we need something new. So that was like when I felt like we were gonna start putting the plan into motion. But then, you know, life starts lifing, and he passed away October 2020. And I just felt like I just got the, you know, I started going to therapy. I felt a lot different. I felt really fearless. Because, you know, like losing my dad was like the only fear that I had for a long time. I won't say the only fear, but one of my biggest fears for a long time. And so when he passed, through my healing, I just became very fearless, and I felt like it was just time for me to go after everything I wanted, because it's just like, girl, what you scared of? Like, if you can get through this, you can get through anything. And I just felt like it was time for me to go. And so I was like, I'm gonna do this. And the reason why it happened so fast is because I had just moved into my South Lake Union apartment downtown Seattle. And that was September 2020, and my lease was up September, my lease was up July 23rd, 2021. So I was like, when my lease is up, it's gonna be the time for me to go. So I made out this plan. I kind of did like a work backward plan, and I just put the plan in motion all by myself, hun, because that's all I got is me, period. You know, I have my family, my friends, but at the end of the day, I only have me to depend on. So that's what the freak I did, okay? I got my ass together and I took care of everything. So, boom. That's why I moved to Houston. So, my mom, I was talking to her, and when I was going apartment hunting, and check out my apartment hunting video, I actually recently posted that, so go ahead and look. By now you guys have all seen it. I'll eventually do like a more detailed tour. Like, everything is set up, but there's so much more that I want to do, because I now have more than double the space, so there's a lot of space I want to fill, so I'm not going to do the full tour until I feel like it's perfect. But you guys can see a little bit. You'll see some if you follow me on Instagram, so make sure you follow me on Instagram, Dummy Baby. And then you guys can view the tour video of the empty apartment. But anyways, my mom, she asked me when I was going to do the tour, she was like, so baby girl, do you still feel like it's home? Do you still feel like you belong there? I'm like, Mom, I felt the same way I have felt every single time I came. I felt the same way when I touched down for the first time in 2016. I felt the same way that I felt all the other times I visited. Like, that is home, I belong there. And that's exactly how I felt. I remember just getting off the plane like, ugh, I feel good, I'm home. Like, in my weird self, y'all, I like humidity. I do not like dry heat, because, baby, why would I want the sun just beaming on my face? I don't like that, okay? I don't mind having that warmth, but the dry heat that you have in like Seattle, Vegas, like, y'all can keep that. I don't want it at all. So yeah, I felt like I was home, and I felt like I made the right decision, and I love it here. I absolutely love it here. The next question, which I think was like, how does it feel leaving your friends and your family? How did it feel? Honestly, that was kind of like the hardest part, because I have a very blended family. Let me just say I have a very blended family. And they've pretty much been all I've had. So it was kind of like, it was sad leaving them. It really was. But at the same time, I felt like everybody who's still around is going to be okay. And you know, they're able to travel, they're healthy. I'm healthy, I'm making a lot of money these days. So, you know, I just felt like I'll be able to go back and forth. You know, if it was my dad was still here, and you know, as his health was taking a turn, then I probably wouldn't have felt comfortable leaving, because he can't get up and travel back and forth. You know, if I'm gone, if something happens, I won't be there in an instant. So I just felt like, you know, I felt like I was carrying out our plan still of moving, and also at the same time, like, I know that I have, you know, an angel watching over me to protect me while I'm gone away from my family. So I can't say with my family, I'm totally okay. With my friends, on the other hand, this is the first time I've had such a strong group of friends, you guys. I've had some friendships that I have had for years, and you know, long-term friendship, best friendships that just weren't really good for me. Like, that's what I don't really like to talk about it, because you know, when you grow apart, I still love people, so I don't really feel the need to get on here and talk about the friendships that are no longer around. But I can say that the friendships that I have now are much more aligned with me and who I'm wanting to become. And they were the most supportive friendships I have ever had in my fucking life. And I can say that the friendships that I've had, that I've built over the last few years, are people that have just impacted my life in so many different ways. So it was very hard to leave them, because I'm like, I feel like, oh my God, I finally have the friends that are like me, that give the love that, you know, I've always wanted to receive, and now I'm like leaving from them. But at the same time, timing is timing, and if you gotta go, it's time for you to go. I felt like it was time for me to go. So yeah, if you check out my Instagram, you'll see my going away party. It was a blast, and the best thing about my going away party was the fact that the energy was so amazing. Everybody just kept talking about how like electric the energy was, and they're just like, girl, like this is literally because these people are a reflection of you. Like these are your people. You bring these group of people together. Like you're the reason why everybody was getting along. So there's just like, it just made me feel really good to know like I'm a good fucking person, period. And I bring great people around me and good energy, and yeah. So y'all know I'm extra, but. Yeah, I missed them a lot already. Like, I really, really miss them. But at the same time, I got some boss-ass friends, honey, and they got paper. We getting this paper, and I know they're going to come see me, and I will go see them. And I have, you know, more of a reason to now because my family's there. So I have a reason to always go. Like, I'm always going to have a place to stay. I always have a place to go home to. So, yeah, that's that. Are you enjoying Houston? I am enjoying Houston. I haven't been doing much, honestly. Like my best friend, Talea, me and her have been best friend for like 16, 17 years now. She came last weekend and we had so much fun. Like we just, you know, did our day party thing. We chilled out at my pool. We have a beautiful pool. You know, we went out to eat, did all that fun, all the fun stuff that Houston brings. And it just felt good. You know, I noticed like a couple times I would be in spaces, like for example, my apartment pool area, people be kicking it. Very calm, you know, respectful vibes, but people be kicking it. Excuse me, damn, I just keep doing, what is that? But people be kicking it, and I would see like groups of black people, and because, you know, I'm used to living in such a white ass neighborhood, I'd be like, oh my God, hope people don't bother them black people. Then I'm like, girl, everybody here black. Like, bitch, there's nothing to worry about. So it's been just adjusting to the fact that it's normal to see a bunch of black people. It's just amazing to me. I love it. There's always something to do. And it's crazy to me that like the white people are the minority. Like 30 black people, 4 white people, and they the minority. Like, but the thing is, they be cool and comfortable. I like it, hun. I do love it. I really do love it. Did you have a boo, and how was it separated for your boo? Y'all messy. Oh, y'all messy. Y'all messy. I don't like that. Okay. I do have a boo. I don't have a boyfriend. Okay. It's not a it's not exclusive type of thing. It's a taking our time to get to know each other type of thing. And however, I feel like it's a really good connection. So it was hard leaving my boo, okay? Because it's just like, damn, we just now hitting off and I'm about to dip, but baby, when it's time to dip, you gotta dip, baby, dip, baby. The day of, I was like crying really hard. My sister was like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't want to leave anymore. But I was still gonna go regardless. I'm just a very emotional person. So far, you know, we talk all day long or whatever, and I think that we're just open to seeing what happens. So, I'm not dating anybody in Houston because for one, it's COVID Delta variant, hun. I got time to be having no new men giving me the COVID. Like, what y'all think? No. I just don't have any interest in dating anybody, even though I'm not exclusive. I just dated anybody outside of who I'm talking to now. So I'm not saying like I'm exclusive to him and he's not exclusive to me. I'm saying it's like I'm just not interested in dating, meeting new people, new men. The question is, how do you plan on making friends? For one, baby, get along with everybody. I am a gem. That's one thing I like about myself is I call myself the adaptable queen, hun. I can get along with a crackhead or a CEO. Take a pick, and I will be their friend. So I've been socializing with like some of these like Facebook groups of like Houston women or Houston networking groups. I've been on Meetup or whatever. I haven't actually gone to anything, but I've been doing a lot of chit chatting with a few people. I've gained a lot of new Houston followers. The people in my apartment have been sweet. Every time they see me, they reach out to me. They invite me to their little kickbacks and stuff. I haven't really gone because again, COVID and I gotta be safe. I'm by myself. But like the little kickbacks they've had like outside, I've gone to that and I've met a couple people that are very sweet. That's one thing, honey. Southern hospitality is a thing, baby. So I don't think it'll be hard for me to start making friends at all as long as I'm intentional about it. Just because it's never been hard for me to make friends. So you just have to put yourself out there. I'm not worried about that part at all, but right now I'm really about hustling with my content because, you know, I had to take basically maybe 6 weeks off of creating content. My camera's about to, I think something's about to happen on my camera. Am I out of memory? Oh, fuck. Hold on, y'all. Question, I hope, because I don't remember where I left off at. How do you adjust into the heat? It be hot as hell. Look, in the morning, I be asking Alexa, I'd be like, Alexa, start my day. And she gives me like the date, my events, the weather, blah, blah. She'd be like, it's currently 95 degrees with a low of 88. I'd be like, bitch, that ain't low. That's hot as hell. But I don't really mind it. I don't mind the heat because obviously there's AC, like in all the indoor spaces. But what I can say, I can tell you guys a story. So on Sunday, me and my best friend went to this one cute place called Lost and Found Midtown. And it was crowded. Like, we had to wait over an hour in line, but once we was in line for 30 minutes, I was like, we just gonna have to wait, because I ain't letting these 30 minutes go to waste, hun. So it was hot, but they were like passing out like drinks and stuff in the line. So that was cool, that was cute. Like, it was okay. It wasn't unbearable because we were covered. But y'all, somebody passed out. It's not funny. I'm not laughing because he passed out, but no, I can't.
3 hours later.
Okay, now let me calm down. So I'm not laughing because he passed out. I'm laughing because it's like, it was I'm laughing because it was that hot. I'm like, bruh. Okay, so he passed. So he passed. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. Okay, listen. Because of what happened. I'm laughing because it was that hot outside. And to the point where, you know, they had to have water outside. Like, they had to have like a water thing where you can go and get water while you're waiting in line. But it was like so much going on. It was so chaotic. And so when he passed out, everybody's like, oh, you know. And they let him get up, and they let him, like, his girlfriend or whatever she was, you know, they let them go inside so he can like get some actual water, like, you know, have a second. But they couldn't let him skip the line. I personally would have just made the executive decision, like, once he passed out, I would have called the ambulances in because obviously something's wrong, and I would have let him wait inside. But once he got up and stuff, they made him go back in line. So then we're sitting there, and 20, 30 minutes later, it happens again. But this time it was a lot worse than the first time. And the little lady that's like controlling the line, I know she's probably like, I don't get paid for this shit, because she was just rushing back and forth. So she takes a big ass thing of the water that was full of ice, a big old, you know, the big old Gatorade sports kind, and she dumps it on him. I'm like, you don't pour water on somebody that passed out. But at the same time, this is not her job. Like, and there was police around. I don't understand why police didn't call the cops in the first place. Not the cops, I'm sorry, the ambulance in the first place, because this is outside of their scope. They should not have to deal with this kind of shit. But that's how high it was, and that's how important brunch is to people. Like, they was gonna wait in that line, hun. I'm like, I know this food look good, child, but I'm not about to be having heat strokes and this shit. If I would have felt overheated, hun, I would have got my ass out of there and went somewhere else. But like, it is hot. Currently my AC in my car is broken, and I'm just about to get a new car anyway, so I don't really want to get it fixed. So I just been riding with the windows down. But the time, just because most of my trips have been very short. But if there's like any type of long distance travel, like, I will be about to pass out. My phone literally, y'all, one time I was driving, it's when I first got down here, and it was so hot in my car that my phone wouldn't work, and I needed my GPS, child. Thank God I remembered that your Apple Watch still works if you have a data plan. But I was so nervous. I said, I'm never getting the fuck home, because the streets in Houston are ridiculous. Like, the highways are ridiculous. But yeah, that's how hot it's been. Like, you obviously cannot live without AC. But when I'm like out and about, like in the pool or just, you know, outside kicking it, I really don't mind the heat that bad, because for one, waking up to the sun makes you feel better. For two, I like being naked. You know, I don't really have too many clothes that work right now. My clothes, I gave away most of my clothes. Anything that I hadn't bought within 6 months, I gave away. And honestly, I hadn't bought that much stuff in 6 months because we've been in quarantine. So I don't really have that clothes. And the clothes that I do have, they're Seattle appropriate. So I'm going to go shopping next month, a huge shopping spree, and buy me a bunch of booty shorts and cute dresses and tank tops and stuff. And I like being able to just be out here, you know, soaking up the sun, your skin's, you know, just glistening, you know, use my black girl sunscreen, hun, feeling good. I do enjoy that part of it, because it's like you ain't got to worry about layering. I do like the fall, you know, I like fall fashion, but ultimately I like having on shorts, and I like having on dresses and just being naked, and it just be a normal thing. Okay, so the Heat's question about Houston. What are the men like? Baby, let me tell you something. So I've always felt like Houston has the finest men ever, okay? I've always felt that way. But let me tell you something. Luckily y'all don't know who Shorty is, but listen, I was sitting over here worried like, oh, you know, what if he finds somebody else? What if he talking to somebody else while I'm not at home? I'm over here worried about him. He need to be worried about me, hun, because these niggas are fine. Maintenance man, fine. Concierge, fine. Postman, fine. Waiter, fine. Like, local hood nigga, fine. Everybody just fine as hell. And I'm just like, god damn. I be trying to walk like tunnel vision, y'all. I be walking straight. I was trying not to look around like I'm not interested in men. I don't need no man born in my life. I just don't need it right now. And they just be popping up all fine as hell. Talking about, hey, how you doing, mama? I'm like, oh, help me, help me. They're all very fine, you guys. But they're all really sweet. But at the same time, you know how there's the same type of dude everywhere. So like I said, you got your preppy dude that's, you know, kind of like into like, you know, hotep shit. Then you got your hood nigga, your local hood nigga that everybody like. And I be starting to steer clear because people have been saying hi to me and I don't know whose man is who. And I ain't got time for nobody thinking I'm stealing their man. So I've been staying clear of these men. But you know, the same type of guys, they're here, but they're here and they're all fine. So far there hasn't been anybody that's too aggressive. I'm lying. I went to a bar on Sunday, and this dude was talking to me, and you know, I was talking back or whatever. I wasn't really interested, but I was talking back because I'm polite. I don't like ignoring people. And you know, so we talking, we chit-chatting. He's like, I'm from Portugal. I'm like, what the hell you doing here? But anyways, so he's walking, and he grabs my arm. And I'm like, can you let go of my arm? Like, you get my attention now to grab my arm. And he doesn't let go. I'm like, get your ass off me. And so he's like, my bad, my bad. And I'm like, you know, like, let's catch up another time. You know, you'll probably see me here another time because I've gone to that place a few times. And he's just not taking no for answers. So I'm like, you need to calm down. So I hurry up and get in my car. And as I'm getting in my car, like, he's just sitting there staring at me. Like, I see him, like, watching me walk. But, you know, I ain't mad at somebody watching me walk away, and I look good. But when I get in the car and I like put my car in reverse, I see that he see my brake lights come on and this nigga starts running towards the car. So I put that thing in reverse and I backed up and I skirted out of there. But he was literally running after the car. And then when I like hit the block, he just was standing there staring like his whole world had like ended. And I was like, okay, this is way too much for me. Like, way too much. And I didn't give him my number because I don't like giving him my number like that. But I was like, you know, follow me on Instagram because a bitch need followers all the time, period. But so he messaged me. He was just like, I can't wait to see you again. I'm like, you're mad aggressive. Like, you're never going to see me again. I would never go out on a date with you because you're doing all that aggressive shit, you know. Just when you get to know me, you think that I'm about to go on a date with you, put myself in that situation? Baby, you ain't stupid, hun. So I blocked that ass. So that's the only dude that I came across so far that's been aggressive. But again, he wasn't from Houston. He's from Portugal. So far, the men, that's what I got on the men now. Whoo, child. That just stressed me out thinking about it. Okay. Where's your favorite place to eat in Houston? My favorite place to eat in Houston has been my favorite place for the last 5 years. I ate here the very first time I came out here, and I will always frequent this place. It's called This Is Us Houston. And baby, let me tell you something. It's like cafeteria style, but don't get me wrong. It's no cafeteria, hun, but they just have food on deck, and you kind of get like 5 selections or however many selections that you get in like a styrofoam container. And then they like fry fish on demand, honey. Like, ooh, my goodness, that food's so good. Them oxtails be bussin'. I remember I took my homegirl there for the first time. She had never had oxtails before. It turned that ass out, okay? Now she an oxtail eating head ass. Just like me, hun. I love me some damn oxtails, okay? The tail of the ox is fire, and I'm always gonna eat that thing. But the oxtails are bussin', the catfish is bussin', the pork chops is fried, dyed, and laid to the side. The greens is juicy, the cabbage is bomb, like the peach cobbler, the red velvet cake, the banana pudding. I don't eat banana pudding, but I eat it there, okay? Like, that food is top tier, and I will always frequent that place. I will always patronize that business, hun, so I highly recommend that you guys stop there if you do come to Houston. And listen, let me tell you something. If you do stop in Houston now, you can let me know, but don't think that I'm about to be a tour guide, because I'm not that, okay? Because people are already hitting me up thinking I'm a damn tour guide. Like, girl, I just got here. Calm the fuck down. But anyway, where's your favorite mall? I don't really know about too many malls. Well, I shouldn't even say that. I think I know about like the Woodlands Mall is the only mall outside of the Galleria that I know of, and I've only gone to Galleria, and I love the Galleria. It's like one of the biggest malls in the world, and they have everything you need there, like all the stores that you know, that you shop on, like the small brands and stuff that you see on like Nordstrom, like Steve Madden or Jeffrey Campbell, or you know, little stuff like that. Like the actual stores are in the mall, so like you just have so many options. I think they say like it takes like 3 hours or something to walk the entire mall. Crazy shit, right? But yeah, I love the Galleria. It's about a 20-25 minute drive from where I live. I live in Midtown. But I love the Galleria, and I love the food too, hun. Like the food in there is bomb. They have the ice skating rink, and then you have all the mini stores and department stores. So love the Galleria. What's the biggest thing that I want to accomplish while living in Houston? I want to become the best version of myself. And I know that probably sounds very cliche, but now that I feel like I'm in a space where I love my apartment, it has everything and all the space I need. I want to have this is the apartment of my dreams, to be honest with you guys. It's fucking beautiful. It has so much space. So I want to, you know, make this like really just pop, make it everything. I want to really take my content creating to the next level. I want to have creator confidence, which is my social media agency. I want that to really like pop off. I'm taking it very slow with that. I kind of was rushing because I was feeling like I wanted to quit my job, but I have some other things in motion. I don't think that I'm ready to leave the diversity, equity, inclusion space just yet. I'm just gonna shake some things up, so you guys will hear about that soon. But I do want to get to a place where I can feel like, okay, I have a business that's thriving, my 9 to 5 is thriving, and just who I am overall is thriving. And I just want to I want to achieve like the ultimate level of happiness. Like I've experienced a lot of pain, a lot of just like so many things happen. Like outside of like losing my dad, there just was so many small things that were happening and a lot of healing. Like when I started my healing journey, it caused a lot more pain because healing is not easy. So I've been experiencing that, and I just feel like now I'm in a place where I just want to be able to exhale and enjoy the fruits of my labor and finally be happy again, because I truly feel like my dad will not rest until I'm really happy. And I'm starting to get there. And I feel like as I've been starting to get there, I've been having like a lot of peaceful visits from him and just signs that he's okay and that he wants me to be okay. So that is my ultimate goal. When it comes to living in Houston, is becoming my best self and achieving the ultimate level of happiness, because I do deserve, and everything does not have to be hard. Things can come with ease. I've been telling the people around me, like, if it does not bring me ease, or if the relationship, the friendship, the job, whatever, does not come with ease, I don't want it, because I don't have the capacity for too much, you know, I don't have the capacity to fight anymore. I'm tired of fighting. I don't want to fight anything, anybody at all. I want to be happy. I want ease. So if it doesn't come with that, then it gotta go, and that's what I want. I want to be healed and happy. I don't think you'll ever be 100% healed, but I want to be healed enough where I can be happy and, you know, live life with ease. So that is the last question, you guys. If you're not already following me, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, because you should love it here. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, DonnieBaby. And I will be back with another video sooner than you know. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Oh, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, because I'm here to talk. I got plenty of time.